Well, I am back. For those of you who don't know, I of course took Friday off from streaming because day and I just wasn't feeling up to. I just wasn't feeling good that day. But I am back and I will be back with streaming tomorrow. So I figured I might as well just make a video now addressing a few things, but the majority of it will be done tomorrow. But I'm just here to tell you all this. Number one, I still support Cornell West no matter what anyone says. And number two, if you think that politicians are going to save your ass, then you're sadly mistaken. In the midst of the housing debacle, in the midst of all sorts of different things, we need to act now. And we need to act as a community and say, fuck these politicians, because none of them are going to save us. You wanna know how? You wanna know what can be done about certain issues? Well, continue watching. Welcome to the Global Report with Zach The Celtics Guy. This is the video version of what I say on this channel and how I speak about things. But so I kind of started off with a longer intro than I intended, but I'm just here to tell you this. Yes, I'm back. I'm not going anywhere, of course. I never left. I never did anything. Like, I persevered. I stayed. I'm not going nowhere. I just wasn't feeling well on Friday, but obviously worked the weekend and I slept in today and recharged, so I'm perfectly fine now. We'll be back to streaming tomorrow. But anyway, I'm just here to tell you this, and I know that there's been a big issue, with regards to, well, number one, that this is going to concern a bunch of things. This is going to concern the housing debacle. This is going to concern things with regards to Cornell West. This is going to concern a variety of different things. But the reality is, and I'm here to tell you all this, and I'm here to tell you all this, and even though I'm someone who supports Cornell West, and there's just been things that have been said that I didn't exactly agree with Jimmy Dore on. There's certain things I didn't agree with, some things RBN said and whatnot, and even people who I support and whatnot. But see, here's the thing. Because Jimmy Dore interviewed Cornel West. Now everyone is fucking pissed off about it because Jimmy Dore asked him some hard questions and all that type of stuff, right? Obviously, Jimmy was like pressing him on some issues and whatnot. But I will say this: he he did take things a little too far with regards to certain things. Like he's saying that Cornel West is now gonna support Biden or whatever, and he's doing cheerleading for Biden, which is not fucking true. Which isn't true. And like I'm and it's just like we got those people saying that, and then you got people bitching. Are like, oh my god, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter what anyone asks. It doesn't matter what anyone asks or what anyone says. It doesn't fucking matter. Because no matter what Jimmy Dore says, there's just going to be people that are just going to fucking bitch and moan about him no matter what he said. Okay, even though that question he said about, what was it, black business, it was something about, it was a long-ass video, it was a long-ass video. It was like a 45-minute video. I don't even remember the clip. I don't even remember the video name, to be quite honest, but I remember seeing it, and I'm really just going to talk about it here. Okay, it really just doesn't even fucking matter because because Cornel West is the only guy I'm gonna vote for. That's it. I'm not voting for no one else. I'm not voting for fucking Zionist shill RFK Jr. I'm not voting for any of them, and I'm not voting for anybody else either, really, other than him or anybody, because I'm done with the two-party system. I've been done with it for years anyway. But anyway, it just doesn't matter what Jimmy Dore asked. Now, see, Jimmy Dore asked a question about, was it black businesses were just like what, they collapsed over COVID or whatever. And yeah, of course they did, because of the mandates and stuff. The fucking mandates were ridiculous. And actually, that shit is exactly why the fucking world is the way it is. Because of the fucking mandates and because people couldn't go to work. People lost their fucking jobs and everything else. But at the same time, we just need to rebuild as a community, and we need to stop fucking worrying about the past and whatnot. Okay, like, I don't want to keep going back to 2020. I don't want to keep going back to fucking, the time when we had the lockdowns. Yeah, the fucking lockdowns and the vaccine mandates were fucking bullshit. but I'm sick and tired of fucking harping on it 24-7. Okay, like that's the thing. Can we all just fucking shut up about COVID already? Yes, I get it. The fucking vaccine mandates and the fucking lockdowns and whatnot, the travel bans, whatever, we're fucking authoritarian. I get that. I fucking understand that. But at the same time, I want to fucking move on from it. I don't care anything about 2020, 2021 anymore. I don't fucking care. Okay, so but then of course, you know, Jimmy asks, he's like, well, why don't you care about this? It's like, do they all have to be trans? And I'm just like, okay, even as a Jimmy Dore fan, even then, that's just a bridge too far. And no, I'm not sitting here being a woke scold or about this and that, but it's like, it has nothing to do with people being trans. Like, it fucking doesn't have anything to do with anything. Okay, like that really doesn't have anything to do with anything. It really just doesn't. So it was kind of a gross question for Jimmy to ask him, and then Jimmy saying to him, you shouldn't talk about this, that, or the other thing. It's like, no, like Cornell West needs to talk about the real issues that are facing America. Okay, I understand the question that he was trying to ask Cornel West, but do you really expect a human rights act? He's basically a human rights activist. Do you really expect him to not talk about the issues that are facing us? And by the way, I don't care who likes this or not, but it is important for him to talk about certain things. I mean, well, yeah, racism in America, yeah. I mean, there is, and it's still a problem, not everywhere, but it's still a problem. And I understand why he's talking about it, because I understand why he's talking about it. But at the same time, I understand, like, don't make it your central message. I think that's what Jimmy was trying to say, but again, I think there was more of an articulate thing to say about it. I think we need to talk about this, but yes, we also need to focus on, we can't just focus on one particular thing. So I think that's it. Like, okay, Sabby Sabs, I think, said it best. She was disappointed in the whole entire interview. Okay, that's number one. So look, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? I wasn't impressed with either one of them either. Okay, but I don't want to hear the fucking Cornel West was wrong. I don't want to hear the fucking Jimmy Dore was wrong, okay? Because you know what? Like, I don't want to fucking hear. I don't think Cornel West was wrong about anything he said. I really don't think he was wrong about anything. I think he won that thing with Jimmy Dore. But yes, look, it doesn't fucking matter. I can be a Jimmy Dore fan, but I can also call him out when he says stupid shit. Okay? I can still fucking call him out and still like him like 90% of the time. Like, I can still, because I agree with Jimmy Dore on probably 95% of the fucking issues. Okay? I agree with him on virtually everything. But I do not, and I repeat, I do not kiss anyone's ass, including Jimmy, including anyone. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it's Jimmy Dore. I don't care who it is. I will call out anyone that says something I don't agree with. I did not agree with Jimmy Dore's line of questioning. Okay? But look, I know when I say that, that's going to piss some people off. I don't care. Like, then if I say, oh, I still support Cornel West. Oh, well, of course, I guess what? People on that side are pissed at Cornel West now because of some things he's been saying. That Biden is not more of a fascist than Trump. Okay, well, I'm also sick and tired of people that say Trump is less of a fascist than Biden, just like I'm sick and tired of people who say that Biden is more of a fascist. No, they both fucking suck, okay? I'm not voting for either one of them, okay? I'm just fucking not. I am so sick and tired of people that try to say, Biden is better than Trump, Trump's better than Biden. No, I'm sick and tired of it. Like, just like I'm sick and tired of fucking Kyle Kalinske doing the Biden cheerleading. Okay? He was more of a Biden cheerleader than Jimmy Dore is a Trump leader, okay? So, it doesn't fucking matter. Yes, Kyle Kalinske is more of a, everyone says Jimmy Dore is a Trump ass kisser. Kyle Kalinske is more of a Biden ass kisser than Jimmy Dore is a Trump ass kisser. Okay? But the thing is, I don't kiss no one's ass. I don't kiss no politician's ass. I don't kiss none of their asses, because you know why? Biden's not going to save us. Trump's not going to save us. Ramaswamy ain't going to save us. And you know what? As much as I like Cornel West, it all has to start from the bottom up, because unless you get rid of the two-party system and you work from the bottom up, starting at the local level, and there's profound changes to the two-party system, nothing else is going to change. These fucking politicians are not going to save us from anything. Politicians are not there to fucking save you, and they're not going to save you. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, but I just have to fucking say it. Politicians are not gonna fucking save you. And Sabby said this as well. She said the exact same thing. She said the exact same thing the other day. So like this whole thing about housing. If anyone thinks that housing is just a blue state issue, it's not. Because look at this report from Indiana. Nearly 80% of Indiana households are priced out of the current housing market. Indiana is one of the cheapest states in the country still. Okay? So we are losing this generation from people out migrating from certain places, going from one place to another. We're all migrants in our own country because people are moving to cheaper places. Just like there are people that there are still people, a lot of people are still moving from place to place. Well, but here's the thing. People are going to move here, but then they realize, oh, they can't afford here. Oh, people realize they can't afford here. So it doesn't fucking matter. America is not affordable anymore. It doesn't fucking matter. That's why George Carlin said the American dream, you have to be asleep in order to believe it. Because there is no such thing as the American dream. It doesn't fucking exist. Unless you got really lucky with your market timing, or you get money from your family or something, or you are fucking filthy stinking rich and you pay little to no fucking taxes like these fucking parasitical billionaires are. Unless you're one of them, no, the American dream doesn't exist. Which is why I'm happy and I was proud to have voted for the fucking wealth tax here in Massachusetts to make these assholes fucking pay their fair share of taxes. And the other thing, because some people say, oh, the solution to the housing crisis has to do with taxes. Oh, but Zach, you're from Massachusetts. It has to do with the taxes. Well, if it has to do with the taxes, then why does Indiana have a housing crisis? Why does Florida have a housing crisis? Why does no sales tax, no income tax, New Hampshire do it? Or how do they have a housing crisis? One of Stephen's former bosses ended up moving to New Hampshire because the housing costs here in Mass are like expensive. And like, yeah, I remember those days, like when housing used to be cheaper. You know, my parents' first apartment in Massachusetts was $600. But then it was no surprise. There was no surprise that housing costs exploded after they got rid of rent control in 1994. Because once they got rid of housing rent control, that led to a jacking in the rents. And then it mainly used to just be a greater Boston problem. But, now people can't afford outside of Boston. It used to be a problem just on the South Shore. Well, then they go to the North Shore, and now they can't afford the North Shore. Oh, they go to, really, in this state, the only thing you're going to find that's really cheap, you're like Fitchburg or Westward. Like that's the only place that you're really going to see cheaper prices in this state. And in New Hampshire, you might find it in some places, but you're not going to find it that much. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything bad about New Hampshire. New Hampshire is perfectly fucking lovely. But I'm just saying this as a reality. And there is more stuff going on there. And also, just look at the property taxes. People got to get their taxes somewhere, okay? People got to get their taxes somewhere. So there's still property taxes here. Yes, there's obviously taxes here. There's the income tax, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I'm actually against the income tax. I say we should fucking get rid of the income tax altogether and just go to fund the roads, the schools, and the bridges with property taxes, in all honesty. You could have no sales tax and no income tax, but you're still going to have high as fuck property taxes because the money's going to have to fucking come from somewhere. It's not going to come out of thin air, all right? It's coming out of somewhere. It's going to have to come from somewhere. So what's the solution to the housing problem? Well, I'll tell you right now. The only people that people are going to get votes are people that talk about this issue. You are really not seeing other people talking about it. You're not seeing the progressives talking about it, really. You might be seeing Cornell West talk about it because he's a community-based person. Now, to Maura Haley's credit, she was talking about it a lot. And that probably was the thing that was really the thing that got her vote. But then again, Maura Haley's been saying some stupid shit lately, and I've been kind of irritated with her too. But that's a topic for another fucking video. or another stream rather. But at the same time, you know, we're facing also, you know, that there's the migrant issue, you know, there's the migrant issue, because the migrants are coming to the U.S. because the U.S. keeps fucking up their countries. Like, I'm sorry, like, I know, I'm a blame America guy, as like, I know I'm a fucking blame America guy, but you know what? Well, yeah, because that's what America's doing. And the only problem is, it's really only going to take seizing the means of production. In all honesty. Because these politicians are not going to fucking help you, because that's why I believe in seizing the means of production. That's why I say it all the time. And get price controls and bring back rent control, regulate the housing market and everything else. Because I'm telling you right now, and with the price gouging, just like with the gas prices as well. Because because you need community-based work and workers owning the means of production. That's why I say this. As a pro-Marx socialist, that's why I always say it. And this is what I believe in. Because that's really the only way you're going to have it. Otherwise, you're not going to have it any other way. Because these politicians are not going to save you. They're not going to do shit for you. And they haven't. Look at how many times they've disappointed everyone. Look at Bernie Sanders disappointing people. Look at AOC and the squad. Look at Nina Jimmy Dore's anti-black Turner. Look at her. Like, look at the people that have fucking sold out. Look at, Obama. Look at him selling out. And obviously, look at this fucking clown. Biden didn't sell out. Biden was never in. Biden was never in. Yeah. You think Biden was in? It's like Biden was never in. And Biden didn't sell out. Biden just was never in. That's the problem with him. It's like, you think this fucking, it's like the guy didn't even fucking sell out. The guy didn't even fucking sell out. The guy can't even stand fucking up. Biden can't even fucking stand up. Never forget, ladies and gentlemen, never forget. Biden didn't sell out. Biden was never in. Some people are all pissed off that, Biden sold out. Biden never sold out. Biden was never in the first place. And if anything, he's fucked our country up and has done more odious shit than even Trump has with regards to the housing market, gas prices, and everything else. But I'm not saying Trump is no saving grace, because Trump bombed countries too, and he was an imperialist. I'm not giving Trump a pass. That's why I get irritated when Jimmy Dore says that Trump is less of a fascist than Biden, or, Biden is more of a fascist. Biden is a fucking fascist, okay? So listen, I got to tell Kyle Kalinske and tell the Vanguard, I have to tell all these people this. Biden is also a fucking fascist. Biden is responsible for mass incarceration, and he was with fucking Jim Crow, okay? Biden is responsible for black and brown people getting locked up. Him and Bill Clinton and the fucking modern day Democrats. And the previous neocon Republicans. The two-party system in general is fascist. We're living in fascism. We are living in fascism. So I don't want to hear that, Biden is more of a fascist. Trump is more of a fascist. Trump is less of a fascist. Biden is less of a fascist. No, they're all fascists. That's the difference. That's the thing. And I'm tired of people being, I'm disappointed in what Cornell West said, or, I'm disappointed with what Jimmy Dore said. Fuck Jimmy Dore. Fuck this person and this person. You know what? Listen. Everybody's got their own agenda. Okay? You really think that politicians have an agenda? Let me tell you something. Politicians all have a fucking agenda. Their agenda is Goldman Sachs, Wall Street, and everything else. That's what that is. The military-industrial complex, AIPAC, the Rothschilds, the big fucking banks, the World Bank. That's what that is. So I don't want to hear, oh, Cornel West disappointed me or whatever else. Well, yeah, I agree. Cornell West was kind of, okay, this is why I disagreed with both of them, okay? Because, listen, I'm not going to say, because it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what I say, because people will still bitch and moan about it. The Kyle Kalinske side, and even some people on the Vanguard side, even though I don't have problems with the Vanguard, but I disagree with them on a lot of stuff, but I agree with them on some things, and I agree with them on some. I'm like mixed on them at this point. I still contribute to them. I still watch them, but I have my own reasons for why. But see, they were at least willing to call out Kyle for this, because Kyle, I mean, okay, you want to say Jimmy Dore was being mean to Cornell West? Well, then how? Okay, let's just use argument sense. How was Kyle Kalinske any better to him when you said, what do you think you're doing? You can't win. You can't win. How do you think he's any fucking better? I'm not saying what Jimmy Dore said, like, with regards to the trans comment, and no, it's not because I'm a fucking defended woke scold, okay? I'm not. I make jokes about everything. I don't get offended by shit. Words mean nothing to me at this point. I'm at the point in my life, I'm almost 30 years old. Words mean shit to me at this point. But here's the thing. Was Kyle Kalinske any better to Cornel West? Seriously. Kyle was just fucking scolding him like a fucking school teacher. Like, what are you doing? You can't win. What do you think you're doing? Okay, this is why I don't consider politicians my fucking idol. I don't. Even the people that I support, I don't consider my fucking idol. I don't. Even though I was on the side of Maura Healey on certain things, you know, it's like if I become disappointed, and again, she said a lot of stupid shit. She's been saying some stupid shit lately. Okay, she's been saying a lot of stupid shit lately. But here's the thing. It don't matter after this election or whatever. Guess what? Life is still going to fucking go on. It's still going to go on for, everybody's just going to do this, and then they're all going to go back to doing what they're doing. It is. I mean, it really is. But it really has to start it really has to all start on the community level, on the local level. And that really is all what it comes down to. It really all has to start at the community level. That's why. Because none of them impress me. Okay? So I don't want to hear that, oh my God, Jimmy Dore was so mean to him. Or even like with the whole Kyle Kalinske was so mean to him or whatever else. Like, okay, Kyle was a dick to him. And yeah, to some extent, Jimmy Dore was kind of a dick to Cornel West as well. Yeah, I agree with that. But you know what? Why is one saying Kyle is okay, Kyle gets a pass, but Jimmy Dore is wrong on everything? Because, yes, Jimmy Dore derangement syndrome is real. Do I agree with him on everything? No. No, I don't. In fact, I think his January 6th comments are ridiculous. Those are some of the biggest disagreements I have with him. Saying Trump is less of a fascist. Again, trying to use that same line. I disagree with them on that. So this is why I don't agree. This is why I like the guy. I don't hate the guy. But I don't look at him like he's my fucking idol or anything like that. I like him. I will still go and see. If he ever comes to Massachusetts again, I'll gladly go see him again. No problem, no question about that. I agree with him way more on the issues than I do Kyle Kalinske, because Kyle Kalinske is just a Democrat ass sniffer now. He's just doing it because, you want to say Jimmy Dore's grifting, well, well, Kyle's just doing it for the money. He's doing it because what Joe Biden is doing to the country, what Joe Biden is doing to the U.S. is not affecting Kyle none. Kyle's got all the money in the world to survive on. You think that any of us, you think that Biden is going to be great for us? No, Kyle don't care. Crystal Ball don't care. It don't matter. Just like, okay, well, let's say argument sense. Well, yeah, it's not going to affect them. It's not even going to affect Jimmy Dore, really. But Jimmy Dore understands that what Joe Biden is doing. I might not agree with him on sometimes his delivery might be off at times, but yeah, whatever. It don't matter. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear the Jimmy Dore people getting angry at me. I don't want to hear the Kyle Kalinske people getting, well, I mean, again, people are just going to complain no matter what. There are people that are just going to complain no matter what, and they're never going to be happy. Okay? This is why I don't kiss no ass. This is why I do not kiss no ass. It's just like if the people that have been here by my side and have supported me the entire time and can agree to disagree with me, you're welcome in here, no problem. But the rest that get the way they think, they get the fuck out of the way because I don't care. Like, I don't care. I am here to speak the hardcore facts on the issue. I don't care if it hurts your side or your team or whatever. Like, you choose feelings. Like, I'm not saying hurt people's feelings directly because I'm not a mean person. I really am. I'm really not. I get on the camera and I go off like a lunatic. But in all honesty, I actually am a caring person. Like, I really am. People will tell you that. But at the same time, I'm here to talk about the facts. And it doesn't matter. The problem with the housing, the problem with this, that, and the other thing is only going to start from community-based work, local shit. You're not going to get it from these politicians. You're not going to get it any other way. You're only going to get it from working within your community. That's the only way you're going to do it. And the only way we're going to improve it, I mean, hey, and social democracy is not enough. That's why I'm further to the left than social democrats. I am a socialist. Social democracy is still capitalism. And that's why I don't support it. Well, I mean, it's a good idea, but it's not my philosophy. Okay, guys, I don't need to go into it. I mean, we all know what my philosophy is. It's pretty obvious what my philosophy is. It's further left for obvious reasons. We all know that. But that's the only way you're going to achieve actual progress. That's all you're going to do it. So I get it. Like, okay, Jimmy Dore, Cornell West versus blah, blah, fucking blah, or whatever. I didn't agree with what Cornell West said on some things. I didn't agree with what Jimmy Dore said. But I don't want to constantly hear the Jimmy Dore bad, Cornel West bad. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. That's a fight I'm fucking staying. That's a fight. That's a thing between them that I am not going to get involved in. I'm just going to say one was right on some things, the other was right, and then the other one was wrong on some things, the other one was wrong. Like, I really take a neutral approach to it. That's why I've been more and more neutral on some things as of late. To avoid really dealing with this and that, because I don't even care. I form an opinion on most things, but there's some things I'm not even going to bother forming an opinion on. Because it doesn't matter. It's just like, it's like running your head into a fucking brick wall. You're not going to get anywhere. And I'm not interested in getting anywhere with it. I don't care. Jimmy Dore is off the Cornell West train. RBN is off the Cornell West train. I don't care. JB is off it. Whatever. Does that mean I'm going to watch RBN less or watch Jimmy Dore less? No. It doesn't affect me. Will I still support Cornel West? Yes, until he says something, until he pulls a Bernie Sanders. Unless then. But here's the thing, Cornel West is running against the both of them. And when Kyle Kalinske wags the finger and says, why are you running on this side? You can't win. That's what keeps the two-party system going. And you're not going to get it any other way. With Kyle's thinking, you're not going to get anywhere. The only way you're going to get anywhere is breaking free of the two-party system and working from the ground up with your community. That's it. And everyone else can get the fuck out of the way. Well, when everyone else, I mean the Kyle Kalinskis of the world, the fucking, all the other assholes, the fake left can get out of the way. And I don't care. Jimmy Dore versus Cornell West, I'm staying far away from that. Because I want nothing to do with it. And I want nothing to do with it. I still like the both of them, no matter what anyone else says. I support people for my own reason. You don't have to like people who I like. Just like there's people that might not agree with my support for whatever. But that's fine. As long as you are nice about it and you are civil with me about it, then we can join hands and get shit done. Because I don't believe in divisiveness, dividing people, and whatever. I welcome everyone in this fucking community. Unless you're a drama-based asshole, you're just a shitty person, then other than that, this is an open-minded community. And that's why I created the Z Crew and why it is the way it is. Where there's no drama, no divisiveness, no nothing. That's why it's just open thought. The leader of it, me, is pro-Marx, pro-Lenin, socialist, and all that. But I'm still on the fence about being a Marxist-Leninist, but that's besides the point. But the thing is, you're only going to work from the ground up, and that's the only way you're going to get it. So Jimmy Dore versus Cornel West. I agree with some things Jimmy said. I agreed with some things Cornel West said, and that's it. That's all I'm saying about it, and I ain't talking about it no more. I don't care about anything else with regards to it. Because other than that, I don't care. And that's it. I didn't like some things Jimmy said to him for obvious reasons, just like I didn't agree with some things Cornel West said. But other than that, that's it. I don't care. I have bigger things to talk about on this channel. And on my next stream, we're going to talk about more about what Kyle Kalinske did selling out, which will act the sellout that he is. And I'll be talking about that on the next stream, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. Don't miss it. And that's pretty much what I am going to say about that. So other than that, Jimmy Dore versus Cornel West is a non-issue to me. It's irrelevant to me. And I'll be talking about more things tomorrow on the next stream, so look out for it, and I'll catch you on the next one, of course. So until then, until tomorrow, my next stream, and until the next video, stay safe, stay well, stay classy, and as always, keep fighting and keep on rocking. That's what I always say. And I'll see you all in the next one. Till next time, see you all tomorrow. Peace. Peace out. Have a good night. And I'll see you all tomorrow and again in my next video. Good night, peace out, and so on.